8 lectures by Swami Vivekananda, delivered in New York City in the winter of 1895 and 1896. Chapter 5. We help ourselves, not the world. Pages 28 through 31. This is recorded to celebrate the 8th anniversary of LibriVox. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. We help ourselves, not the world. Our duty to others means helping others, doing good to the world. Why should we do good to the world? Apparently, to help the world, but really, to help ourselves. We should always try to help the world. That should be the highest motive power in us. But when we analyze it properly, we shall find that this world does not require our help. This world was not made that you or I should come and help it. I once read a sermon in which was said, all this beautiful world is very good, because it gives us time and opportunity to help others. Apparently it was a very beautiful sentiment, but in one sense it was a curse. For is it not a blasphemy to say that the world needs our help? We cannot deny that there is much misery in it. To go out and help others is, therefore, the highest motive power we have, although in the long run we shall find that it is only helping ourselves. As a boy I had some white mice. They were kept in a little box and had little wheels made for them. And when the mice tried to cross the wheels turned and turned, and the mice never got anywhere. So with the world and our helping it. The only help is that you get exercise. This world is neither good nor evil. Each man manufactures a world for himself. If a blind man begins to think of it, it is either as soft or hard, or cold or hot. We are a mass of happiness or misery. We have seen that hundreds of times in our lives. As a rule, the young are optimistic and the old pessimistic. The young have all life before them, and the old are complaining. Their day is gone. Hundreds of desires which they cannot fulfill are struggling in their brain. Life is at an end for them. Both are foolish. This life is neither good nor evil. It is according to the different states of mind in which we look at the world. The most practical man would neither call it good nor evil. Fire by itself is neither good nor evil. When it keeps us warm, we say, "How beautiful is fire!" When it burns our fingers, we blame the fire. Still, it was neither good nor bad. As we use it, it produces that feeling of good or bad. And so is this world. It is perfect. By perfection is meant that it is perfectly fitted to meet its ends. We can all be perfectly sure that it will go on, and need not bother our heads wanting to help it. Yet we must do good. It is the highest motive power we have, knowing all the time it is a privilege to help. Do not stand on a pedestal and take 5 cents and say, "Here, my poor man," but be grateful that the poor man is there, so that by giving to him you are able to help yourself. It is not the receiver that is blessed, but the giver. Be thankful that you are allowed to exercise your power of benevolence and mercy in the world, and thus become pure and perfect. All good acts tend to make us pure and perfect. What can we do at best? Build a hospital, make roads, or erect charity asylums? We may organize a charity and collect $2 or $3 millions. Build a hospital with one. With the second give balls and drink champagne. And of the third let the officers steal half, and the rest may finally reach the poor. But what are these? One mighty wind in 5 minutes can break it all up. What shall we do then? One volcanic eruption can sweep away all our roads and hospitals and cities and buildings. Let us give up all this foolish talk of doing good to the world. It is not waiting for your or my help. Yet we must work and constantly do good, because it is a blessing to ourselves. That is the only way we can become perfect. No beggar ever owed a single cent to us. We owe everything to him, because he has allowed us to exercise our powers of pity and charity on him. It is entirely wrong to think that we have done or can do good to the world, or have helped such and such people. It is a foolish thought, and all foolish thoughts bring misery. We think we have helped someone and expect him to thank us, and because he does not, unhappiness comes to us. Why expect anything? If we were really unattached, we shall escape all this pain of vain expectation, and could do good work in the world. Never will unhappiness or misery come through work done without attachment. This world will go on with its happiness and misery through eternity. There was a poor man who wanted some money, and somehow he had heard that if he could get hold of a ghost or some spirit, he could command him to bring money or anything he liked. So he was very anxious to get hold of a ghost. He went about searching for a man who would give him a ghost, and at last he found a sage with great powers, and besought this sage to help him. The sage asked him what he would do with a ghost. "I want a ghost to work for me. Teach me how to get hold of one, sir. I desire it very much," replied the man. But the sage said, "Don't disturb yourself. Go home." The next day the man went again to the sage and began to weep and pray. "Give me a ghost. I must have a ghost, sir, to help me." At last the sage was disgusted, and said, "Take this charm, repeat this magic word, and a ghost will come, and whatever you say to this ghost he will do. But beware, they are terrible beings, and must be kept continually busy. If you fail to give him work, he will take your life." The man replied, "That's easy. I can give him work for all his life." Then he went to a forest, and after long repetition of the magic word, a huge ghost appeared before him, with big teeth, and said, "I am a ghost. I have been conquered by your magic. But you must keep me constantly employed. The moment you stop, I will kill you." The man said, "Build me a palace," and the ghost said, "It is done. The palace is built." "Bring me money," said the man. "Here is your money," said the ghost. "Cut this forest down and build a city in its place." "That is done," said the ghost. "Anything more?" Now the man began to be frightened, and said, "I can give him nothing more to do. He does everything in a trice." The ghost said, "Give me something to do, or I will eat you up." The poor man could find no further occupation for him, and was frightened. So he ran, and at last reached the sage, and said, "Oh, sir, protect my life." The sage asked him what was the matter, and the man replied, "I have nothing to give the ghost to do. Everything I tell him to do he does in a moment, and he threatens to eat me up if I do not give him work." Just then the ghost arrived, saying, "I'll eat you up, I'll eat you up," and he would have swallowed the man. The man began to shake, and begged the sage to save his life. The sage said, "I will find you a way out. Look at that dog with a curly tail. Draw your sword quickly, and cut the tail off and give it to the ghost to straighten out." The man cut off the dog's tail and gave it to the ghost, saying, "Straighten that out for me." The ghost took it and slowly and carefully straightened it out, but as soon as he let go, it instantly curled up again. Once more he laboriously straightened it out, only to find it again curled up as soon as he attempted to let go of it. Again he patiently straightened it out, but as soon as he let it go, it curled up again. So he went on for days and days, until he was exhausted, and said, "I was never in such trouble before in my life. I'm an old veteran ghost, but never before was I in such trouble. I will make compromise with you," he said to the man. "You let me off, and I will let you keep all I have given you, and will promise not to harm you." The man was much pleased, and accepted the offer gladly. This world is that dog's curly tail, and people have been striving to straighten it out for hundreds of years, but when they let go, it curls up again. How can it be otherwise? One must first know how to work without attachment. Then he will not be a fanatic. When we know that this world is like a dog's curly tail and will never straighten, we shall not become fanatics. They can never do real work. If there were no fanaticism in the world, it would make much more progress than it does now. It is all silly nonsense to think that fanaticism makes for the progress of mankind. It is, instead, a retarding block by making hatred and anger, and causing people to fight each other, and making them unsympathetic. Whatever we do or possess, we think the best in the world, and those things we do not possess are of no value. So always remember this curly tail of the dog whenever you have a tendency to become a fanatic. You need not worry or make yourself sleepless. The world will go on. When you have avoided fanaticism, then alone will you work well. It is the level-headed man, the calm man, of good judgment and cool nerves, of great sympathy and love, who does good work. The fanatic has no sympathy. End of 8 lectures by Swami Vivekananda, delivered in New York City, 1895-1896. Chapter 5. We help ourselves, not the world. Pages 28 through 31.